Have you ever been on meds for your mental health issues? Yes, I have. I don't have.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please do support us by dropping a comment, liking, and subscribing. We all know that it's never a good thing watching a family feud, especially in public, for all to see and prejudge without all the proper details. Then when you add the aspect of celebrity into the picture, it's a sad situation, no matter who's right or wrong. We have been witnessing this happen recently in the case of comedian Monique. It's already the current talk of the town. Okay, this followed after Monique's viral Club Shay interview with Shalon. Her eldest son went live on TikTok. His video went viral. In the video, he was addressing the comments his famous mom made in the midst of her 3-hour-long interview in regards to their strained relationship. Although he appears to keep a relatively low profile on social media, the father to a young child himself felt upset by the way Monique made it seem as if there was room for reconciliation. So just recently, Monique's son discussed his mom's recent joke where she said, "F that nigga." He goes on to say that he didn't find it in good taste. He then revealed that he has been on medication before for his mental health issues and shared all forms of therapy he has undergone. So that we all on the same page, let's listen to him. As you continue watching, please support us. Our target for this video is only 100 likes. Drop a comment and subscribe as well.
Do you believe a woman stopped her at the airport for real? Here's what I believe, right? I believe that crazier things have happened. Okay? So is it far-fetched to believe that an 80-year-old woman stopped her at the airport? No, right? But hey. I will say though, in the spirit of like a joke, I like comedy. I think most of us like comedy, if not all of us. So it's like when if a person tells a racist joke, but the joke isn't funny, right? Then without the humor, all that's left is the fact that somebody said something racist. So the same goes for a mean joke. A mean joke, it's fine. A joke is a joke. But if you say a mean joke and it's not funny, all that's left is cringiness. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Cringiness in the fact that you said something that was mean. So thank you for that follow, Christy. Appreciate the follow. But it's an art form, to be fair. It is an art form, and for as much as I or myself and others may not have found it in good taste, we could sit here all day and nitpick people's jokes, so, but they're comedians. We're all not gonna like every joke, so hey, but dag. It was interesting. Yeah, Shay. I do, as I've been saying the last couple times I've been on, I do plan on having some more kids. I'm just not sure when yet. Have you ever been on meds for your mental health issues? Yes, I have. I don't have a problem being transparent about that by any means. I have been on medication before. I took Depakote for a little while. I believe it's supposed to help with it helps some people with seizures. I was taking it as a mood stabilizer or something. I forgot what they were giving it to me for. But the one thing I'm not a big fan of with psychiatric meds is I don't want to say they create a crutch. I don't want to say that. I feel like because everybody's experience is their own. Hey, Mona from Vegas. Everybody's experience is their own. But for me, it did kind of feel like that, they don't dull you out or make you a zombie. Like I said, everybody's experience is their own. The dosage that worked for me, I was too skinny for. So my body couldn't handle it. I'm doing good, Miss Mona. How about yourself? I'm doing good. And that wasn't like necessarily a bad thing. I just, maybe looked at it as God's way of saying you got to find some alternatives to figuring out how to go through stuff. You ain't got to say sensitive is my middle name. You ain't got to do me like that. But it's crazy how sometimes you gotta be like unafraid to look crazy sometimes. Like, I'm a verbal person when I'm feeling some type of way. And I used to be, I would sometimes walk down the street and talk about how I'm feeling out loud. And I could care less that somebody was looking at me, hearing what I was saying. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? Like that helped so much. Have I tried other forms of therapy? No. I've never tried other forms of therapy. I just want to say this, like, and again, I don't think there's anything wrong with therapy. There is levels to stuff. This is why we have professionals, because some things, not everything is for everybody. Some people are going to experience certain levels of trauma where they need to talk to someone, and some people can experience that same level of trauma and they don't need to speak to anyone. But it doesn't not validate either one. Neither one of them cancel each other out. So, like I said, different strokes for different folks. Like, if therapy is your thing, go for it. Like, go for it. Like, really, 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 really go for it. But don't see it as your cure-all. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep in mind too, therapy in the scientific sense maybe hasn't, I don't know, I'm ignorant to how long therapy's been here, but just in using my basic common sense, humans are still on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So, and therapy hasn't been in existence since the beginning of time. So, to some degree, there are some humans who would say, suck it up and just deal with it. And you can't say they're wrong, but I'm not going to say that they're right either. You know what I'm saying? So I think it could kind of cut both ways. So, but you got to find your thing. And sometimes I think when people are going through certain things, you have to be okay to be challenged. You need to be okay to be challenged. It's so easy to talk to a person that's just going to confirm and validate how you feel. And that really does nothing for you. You sometimes need a person to be like, I hear you, but like, what you doing though? Like, what's the plan? Or like, that's why some therapists to me can get a little stale, because the how does that make you feel type therapy is a hustle sometimes. Because if I'm coming into your session and I'm just talking, like, I feel like a good therapist on session one, right? On session one, a good therapist, I'm doing all the talking. My first session, I'm gonna run my mouth. Right. That second session is probably maybe like a mix of two. Maybe it may be still same. It may even be more of the same of the very first session. It may still be that. It may literally still remain at, I'm just going to run my mouth. And then that third or fourth session, now that I've kind of expressed some things, now my doctor kind of has an opening to saying certain things. So, but again, a good therapist can only be efficient with you being a good patient. Like, you can't go in there and just say all this stuff happened to me and expect a doctor to go, oh yeah, well, you know, do this 3 times a day and it'll all be better. Hell no. Hell no. Yes, sweetie pie, one has to be honest with themselves, and you have to be open. You have to be open. You have to be unapologetically open. You know, you gotta find, and I can't stress this enough, you gotta find the right doctor. I don't know why my camera's doing that, but you gotta find the right doctor for you. Don't just pick somebody. Like, if you're using BetterHelp, that's fine. Like, I used BetterHelp before, and I loved my therapist that I had through BetterHelp. I love the doctor that I had through BetterHelp. Whatever works for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, those simple sessions of just being in the car and you're just kind of talking it out, it really does kind of help. Like, we spend our money on a lot of stuff. Why not spend your money to talk to somebody who's just going to kind of, maybe they even confirm how you feel. sometimes you may need that. You may need to hear somebody say, no, the way you're going about this or going about that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a person needs that. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.